Good morning to one and all present here. Today, we all have gathered here to listen to our guest, Mr. Pramod S. Vaidya, Chartered Accountant, who is going to enlighten us on how to pursue CA course. Now, I request Prathana P of Class 2D to formally welcome the gathering and introduce the guests. A warm and pleasant good morning to one and all present here. I welcome our Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, Chartered Accountant Pramod S. Vaidya, who has given us his precious time to guide us. I welcome you, sir. I take the privilege of introducing our honorable guest, Mr. Pramod Vaidya, who is a living inspiration to the youth. We are very lucky that we found a way to have him with us today. Mr. Pramod Vaidya was born and brought up in Bangalore. He did his schooling and PU in M.S. Kishore Kendra Institution. Immediately after completing his pre-university, he started his CA course and did his Bachelor of Commerce through correspondence. He completed his intermediate course in CA from Prabhat TK and Associates. Later on, did his articleship in MSSV and Company. Subsequently, he joined Roy Varghese and Associates to set foot in core indirect taxation. After completion of CA course, he started his own firm, Pramod Vaidya and Associates. I am sure the seminar will be profitable and fruitful for everyone here. Thank you. Now I request our beloved principal, Dr. B.L. Narayani ma'am, to speak a few words.
Good morning to Mr. Pramod, and I'm very much happy to invite such a young and eminent friend, in fact, to say. You might ask me why, ma'am, it's friend, not a guest. Because just recently it happened for me to get to know Mr. Pramod, and I happen to know that he is my daughter's schoolmate. And when she was speaking about her income tax deductions and all that, I said you have to meet any chartered accountant and then we have to discuss with it because we are not aware of. Then she mentioned that Mr. Pramod, who is her classmate, and I advised her to meet him and discuss about her investments and how to go for proceeding with her income tax purposes and all that. And she gave me, and in fact, Pramod gave her a very good information, and she was able to do it properly. And then I was also eager to understand about my tax deductions and how I am able to invest because I am 58, getting overshot. Then I was discussing that with Mr. Pramod also. He said he would advise me. And the way he put it with me and to my daughter, I was so impressed that, and just I asked my daughter whether is he ready to come to our college and address our children who are studying commerce. And he was so happy. ಆಯ್ತು ಮೇಡಮ್ ಖಂಡಿತ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ and how to pursue their studies and after their PUC and if they are doing their degree and all that he told. So that is how, as a friend of my daughter, not as a resource person, I am inviting him, and so that both of us and all of us need to feel comfortable with this talk and information, whatever he passes on by. With a warm welcome, I would invite the young man here for all of us to pass the information, which is very much fruitful to you all. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
First of all, thank you so much, ma'am, for such a wonderful introduction. Yeah, it's a great pleasure for me. Being a MES alumni, giving a guest lecture to the MES student gives me a lot of pride and joy. Having studied in the same institute, I know that this institute cares a lot about its students' education and its future. Keeping this future in mind, they have planned this session so that all of you get good information about the CA course. And this session is held only for informative purpose. I have not come here to promote CA course. I am not here to say that it is the best. For me, I found it useful. I found that it has a good career in future, and I like the subject. That's why I chose it. And I'm going to give you information about this course. Choosing it is your personal choice. Okay. And I believe that some of you might have already decided to do CA in future. Some of you might have not decided to do CA in future for some reason. And some of you may be in a dilemma whether to do or not. So after this session, I only hope to give you more information about this course. And I hope this session is going to be useful for you. Okay. So while I'm giving the presentation, there will be PPT running behind. You can just look at that also. And once the session is over, whatever doubts you have, you can ask. Okay. I'll plan to take the session till 11:30. After that, 15 minutes, you can ask whatever doubts you have. Okay. Chartered Accountancy course is conducted by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. It was set up by an Act of Parliament in 1949. So over the last 73 years, this institute has produced more than 3 lakh chartered accountants who are indulged in various activities such as finance, in accountancy, auditing, and in various sectors of the country. Okay. So, and it is one of the cheapest courses in India. If you compare this course with medical or engineering, there's not much investment that you need to do, including the private tuition fees, whatever you are paying. The entire fees, whatever you're paying for this course, will not exceed 2 to 3 lakh. And majority of the money, whichever you have invested, you will be getting it back during the articleship. In CA course, you have to do 3 years of compulsory articleship, for which there will be a minimum stipend mandated by the institute. So, considering these things, there's not much investment. So, if you're a student from a not so financially strong background, you can definitely consider this course. And it is one of the toughest courses in India with very little minimum pass percentage. So the average pass percentage is less than 10%. That means if 100 people write the exam, not even 10 clear. So that is the level of difficulty of this exam. But after clearing this exam, you will have a wonderful career. So during exams, you have to put in a lot of hard work. Next slide. So while entering this exam, entering this course, there are 2 methods. One is direct entry and foundation route. So foundation route is for people who are enrolling in this course immediately after their second QC exam. Okay. So and the time taken to clear this exam, the number of exams that you have to write in this course will differ and based on which route you are choosing. So if you are choosing the foundation route, immediately after your second QC exam, you have to write the foundation exam in the CA Institute. After clearing that, in the next 9 months, there will be an intermediate exam, which will contain 2 groups. After clearing any one of the group, you have to start with articleship. And this articleship is a compulsory training period. It is not optional. You have to work under a CA for 3 years. After completing articleship for 2.5 years, you can write your CA final exam. Okay. This is the route under foundation. Under direct entry, you can start your CA course, CA registration after completing your BCom. So it can be either BCom or any other graduation course or other post-graduation course, or it can be even intermediate level of other professional courses such as company secretary or cost accountancy. But there is a minimum pass percentage that you have to get for be eligible to register under direct entry. That is, you have to get a minimum 55% in graduation course or 60% in post-graduation course. If you fail to get this marks, then you have to register under foundation route only and you are not eligible under direct entry route. And the time taken to complete your CA course will differ under direct entry route. Immediately after you register under direct entry route, you can start with your articleship. Whereas under foundation route, you have to clear your CPT exams and after that intermediate one group and then you have to start your articleship. Whereas in direct entry route, you can immediately start your articleship. And during your articleship, you have to clear intermediate and final exams. Next slide. This slide has been prepared specifically keeping in your mind that your exams, second PUC exams will be held in next March or April. So if you have chosen your foundation course route, you will be writing your second PUC exam in March. Hello. Yeah, you'll be writing your second PUC exam in March 2023 and you'll be eligible to write the common proficiency test, that is the foundation exam in December 23. If you clear that in first attempt, you can write the intermediate exam in November 2024 The results would come somewhere in January 2025. Then if you register for articleship, you will be eligible to write the final exam in November 2027, and the results for this would come somewhere in January 2028. So by that time, you can make my chartered accountant. Suppose if you plan to do CA after finishing your BCom, your BCom will get somewhere around May 2026. That is if the BCom is for 3 years. Now they are planning to do the BCom for 4 years. Then you have to add one more year for that. Then immediately you can join articleship. After 9 months of articleship, you can write intermediate. That will be in May 2027. After 2.5 years, you can write final. So that will be in November 2025. So basically, you have to spend 2 more years if you want to do CA through direct entry route, provided that BCom will get over in 3 years. If you're choosing BCom for more than 3 years, then again it gets extended by 1 more year. And you can also do this after post graduation, like however you want. But basically, if you do it immediately after second PUC, you can save time. And this slide has been kept in mind, assuming that you clear all the exams in first attempt, but there is a probability that you may take one or more attempt for clearing the exams. Okay. Next. Exams. It is one of the most trickiest part of the CA course, clearing the exams. Okay. In its foundation, as of now, there are four papers for 400 marks, out of which 2 papers are multiple choice questions and 2 papers are descriptives. And in intermediate and final, there are 8 papers and they are divided into 2 groups, group 1 and group 2. And you have to get a minimum percentage of 40 in every paper, and overall pass percentage should be 50%. This is where most of the students fail. Some students get 40 in every paper, but they fail to get overall like a get of 50%. Some students get 50 plus in 3 papers and fail to get 40 in one paper, and they end up writing all the paper together. So you have to satisfy both the criteria. One is get minimum 40 in every paper, then get overall 15 all the papers. This criteria has been made by the institute, keeping in mind that a CA should be knowing everything. So you can't get 20 in accounts, 80 in taxation and become a chartered accountant. You should be having knowledge about every subject. So you have to get minimum 40 in every subject. When you get 40 in one subject, you have to compensate that by getting 60 plus in other subjects. Okay. So if you fail to get the overall 50% marks, then you have to write all the papers together. And every attempt there will be updation in the syllabus, especially taxation. So whatever the latest updates have come, you have to be prepared with that. So once if you studied one thing, that is not sufficient. For every attempt, you have to keep updating yourself. You should have that courage to again come and write the exam and clear. So you have to keep all these things in mind. And the syllabus will be very huge than compared to your graduation or second PUC. And they will expect answers like a professional. Okay, so you cannot just mug up the answers, go there and present. It won't be sufficient if you just write the headings. You have to give examples, case laws, and sections has to be written. Like just like a professional, if a client comes to you and asks you some accounting or taxation advice, how would you present to them? In similar manner, you have to write the papers. Okay, and the topics covered are generally accountancy, auditing, direct tax, indirect tax, company law, business law, financial management, and the papers will keep on changing actually. There will be new syllabus updated every 2 years or 3 years once. As of now, these are the papers. There is also a paper on information technology, where a chartered accountant should be knowing how to use a computer also. So they have to study about that, and you have to give equal importance to every paper. And 50 students, top 50 students will be getting all India rank. And usually around 1 lakh people, right? In that, only 50 people will be getting all India rank. If you're there in the top 50, that means you have studied very well. And you'll be given a great reward. As I had discussed before, articleship is a compulsory 3-year period in CA curriculum, which you have to do. There is no choice for that. Like in engineering and all, you may have heard people doing opting out from internship, but in CA it is compulsory. You have to do it for 3 years, and this has to be done under a practicing chartered accountant. And in the last year, as of now, they have made a new amendment that you can work under a corporate firm also, but the first 2 years has to be under a practicing chartered accountant. So here you will be getting a practical training of what all a CA does after he qualifies. So you have to be assisting him in filing the people's income tax returns, GST returns, doing accountancy, auditing, and all these things. So this some students usually would do this as on a dummy basis. That is, they know a chartered accountant, they will get registered under them and not do the articleship properly. I would personally suggest you to not do this because whatever you learn in articleship will help you in writing your exams. So whatever you do practically, the same questions would appear in your exams. That will help you clear your exams. And here, if you are doing BCom in a regular college, that is where you will get stuck because the articleship timings will be from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. That is usually for 7 to 8 hours. So if you are going for a regular college, that is where you get stuck. So when you are uh, doing CA through foundation route and you have cleared your CPT and IPCC, BCom is still pending. That time you have to take a call. So you have to wait for your BCom to get over, or you have to convince your college management to do articleship together with that. And to do articleship, there will be a soft skill course conducted by the ICA. That ICA means Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. That is Information Technology Training and Orientation course. And there will be exams for this as well. So to first apply for a articleship in ECA office, you have to clear these exams. They will be helping you in learning about MS Office, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and accounting software such as Tally. And there will be exams for this as well. So only after you clear this, you will be eligible to do articleship. So after clearing CA, there are two career opportunities. One is practice, the other one is service. So practice is where you have started your own firm or you have joined a CA firm as a partner. Service is where you are working under someone else. So this choice is up to you. Like you can decide whatever you want. In practice, you have the complete responsibility that you have to train people working under you. Then you have to get the new clients. It's your complete responsibility because you are the partner of that office. Whereas in service, you will be working under someone. So those responsibilities will not be there. So there will be a system that is already kept in that office. You have to just go and join that office and you can decide this based on your liking of the subjects. Which subject did you like? If you like one particular subject and you want to get expertise in that, then you can join an office that is expertise in that. Where a well-established CA office would have various divisions such as accounting, auditing, taxation. If you are very much interested only in direct tax, you want to make a career in that, then you can join. You can join CA in service and for that firm and you can get specialized in that. Or if you want to do all types of work and start your own office, general practice, then you can do general practice as well. That is completely your choice. So you can do whatever you want. That is no mandate by the institute to do that you have to do any one thing. And joining a CA office, like if you cannot start your own office. If you know someone who's willing to take you as a partner, you can do that. Plus, if you know someone from other professions such as cost accountancy, company secretary, advocates, you can make a firm of all these professions put together as well and provide the society with all these types of services. The main thing with practice is that if you are starting your own firm, initially there won't be much income. There's no guaranteed income because you have to build your new clients and all. But if you're starting with practice service, you'll be having a salary credited every month. So there's a guaranteed income every month coming. So if you're ready to spend some time on networking and get new clients and build on your own office, then you can start your own practice. So we have finished the PPT already. So if you have any doubts, you can ask now. So how many of you have decided to do CA? So if any questions, you can ask me. No questions? Yeah.
So, which was a difficult subject, sir?
In see all the three courses like foundation, intermediate, and
Direct.
direct entry.
That's foundation.
Yeah. See, the papers will keep changing every attempt. Every attempt, they'll make sure that one paper is very tricky. So they won't keep the same paper difficult every time. So they will keep on changing every time.
So, sir, while you were clearing, which was yours?
For me, in foundation, accounting was very tricky. Going on taxation in final, they made it like very professional. So whatever we studied in the syllabus, the same thing was not appearing. All like what do you say, out of syllabus questions were coming where we had to apply our brain, correlate the sections, give case laws, and give answers like how we give to our clients. When a client comes with this problem, we have to address in that way. Like there was no direct question coming from the book. In final, taxation was difficult. In foundation, I found accounting difficult.
How was your general routine, sir?
Yeah, in good question. During exam leave, we have to study for 12 to 14 hours because, as I told you, it's a very tough exam. And when the classes are going on, I suggest you to give 100% attention during the classes so that you finish the subject then and there itself. During exam leave, we have to keep on revising and writing mock test is very important. Whatever you have studied, you should first check whether you know this correctly or not. So you attend mock tests conducted by the institute. Okay? So that will be helpful for you. Yeah.
Do you have taken the private tuition, sir?
Yes, yes. I took private tuitions for intermediate all subjects as a package from one place called SS Academy. For final, since I was doing the articleship, I took private tuitions for few subjects, and for few subjects I did self study.
Sir, can you shortly see me of the institution?
Institutions, there are various institutions. One is SS Academy that is there in Shishadripuram and Jayanagar, and then there is JK Shah. It's in Malleshwaram and again Jayanagar. And there is CAP tuition that is somewhere in Baswangudi. And plus now a few online classes have also started, like Unacademy have started their own. Plus you can also take classes from the institute. Institute of Chartered Accountancy also conduct classes, but you have to pay separately for that. But in the beginning, whenever you are paying, you're only paying for that course. They will be giving the books, for that you have to be paying the money. After that, if you want to take classes from the institute, you can take it from there also. It's not a problem.
Sir, BCom doing in corresponding basis, is it good or like regular basis, like going to the BCom classes and clearing the CA, or in corresponding, which is better, sir?
Yeah, I did it in correspondence because I had decided what may come, I will do CA. Okay, so for me, CA was the most important thing. That is why I did BCom in Indira Gandhi Open University. There, if you are a chartered accountant, it is sufficient if you write only one semester. Instead of writing 6 semesters in Bangalore University, to write one semester in Indira Gandhi Open University, you will be given the BCom certificate, but you have to clear chartered accountancy course for that. Only if you clear CA, you will be getting that certificate. Otherwise, you won't be getting that certificate. And for articleship, I felt going to a regular college will create a problem because 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. you have to be in the CA office doing the articleship. At the same time, it was not possible for me to come to the regular college also. That is why I chose that. Some of my friends they did college in a evening college where college starts at 6:30, 6 o'clock. So after the office got over, they used to go there. And some of them chose the direct entry route. They didn't want to take risks. So after completing their BCom, they started CA so that they have a minimum security that they have completed their BCom. Yeah.
Mr. Pramod, I wanted you to tell us to how the significance of this first and second team contribution in accounts and tariff subject would aid them for the started accountancy course.
As he asked that time, what was your difficult paper during foundation? I told accountancy. So I felt that if I had paid more attention during the pre-university for accountancy, that would have helped me more. So I suggest you to all study accountancy very much because the topics such as taxation will come only intermediate and final. So in pre-university, accounting is very important. So whatever you study there, the same thing will be appearing in foundation. but the question papers will be very tricky. So you have to focus a lot on the journal entries, ledgers, preparing balance sheet, trial balance. All these things will be coming in the foundation exams also. So you have to study a lot, give a lot of importance to accountancy in the pre-university course.
One more thing I wanted to ask, if the person was opted to go for CA, but due to some reason is not able to clear the CA intermediate, he finds it very difficult, then can he, after the realization of the CA foundation, can he go for intermediate CMA course? That's the- with this CA foundation, is he eligible to directly go for the CMA intermediate?
Okay, that I have to research because I've come here to give on only on chartered accountancy course. So I'll just research about it and let you know. Yeah. But in general, if a student finds it very difficult to clear CA, which is possible, then still he will get a good exposure in the other fields if he has done articleship in a good place. Okay, so if he is able to clear intermediate at least one group and he does his articleship, so whatever he studied and articleship will help him get a good job on completion of articleship, because in articleship he will be working under a practicing chartered accountant for 3 years. So whatever CA does, even he will be knowing that. So 3 years of articleship exposure will give you good exposure in getting good jobs, or you can start your own firm also. You cannot start a chartered accountancy firm, but you can start a tax consultant firm. You won't be allowed to certify, but you can start your own practice even then. Yeah.
So choosing foundation or direct mathematics is beneficial for our
Yeah. So that will again depend on how much importance you give to BCom and how much importance you give to CA course. If you're choosing foundation route, you can complete the CA much earlier, but doing BCom will be together will be difficult because BCom exams will also come in May and November, and intermediate and final exams of CA will also come in May and November. So there will be clash, and doing articleship together will also be difficult. So that you have to take a call. If you're doing BCom in an evening college, then you can do CA with that together. But writing the exams will be difficult because both the exams will come in May and November only. So it is up to you. What priority do you give to BCom depends on that. I did it in correspondence. So immediately after second year, I gave importance only to CA. So studying only CA. After clearing intermediate, I wrote the BCom in the correspondence college. And now after clearing the CA, I got that BCom certificate. Anyone else? Yeah.
Sir, is presenting answers an important aspect of CA exams?
Yes, it is very important because the questions are usually of 20 marks. For 100 marks, there will be 20 marks, 5 questions. And the topic, you would be knowing about it, but many people would get stuck in how to present the answers. You have to write the answers for 3 to 4 pages. Okay. So you have to understand the question, you have to analyze what the CA, what the evaluator needs from this, and then you have to present the answer in a professional manner. Okay, you cannot just by heart and write the answers. You have to analyze what the evaluator needs, and you have to give case laws also. You have to study practical scenarios, whatever has happened, and then you have to present the answer. So that is very much important. That's why you have to write mock tests. After studying, you cannot just go and experiment in the exam hall. You have to write mock tests, be prepared, and then write the final exam. Yes, there is no number of attempts, but after 3 years, you have to pay the fees again. Once you have paid the fees for any particular course, that is foundation or intermediate, they are validated for 3 years or 5 years. After that, you have to again pay the fees and then you can continue writing the exam. There is no maximum limit. You can keep on writing the exams.
Can I know why CA is very tough than other courses?
Because that is the value that the course has. In 2017, Narendra Modi said that a chartered accountant's signature is more important than his signature. We are considered as the financial pillars of the country. Okay, so every businessman in India who gets his books of accounts audited needs a chartered accountant. Only this CA can do this job and no one else. Okay, from prime minister till a small vendor whose income is, sales is crossing 1 crore, he has to get his books of accounts audited only by a chartered accountant and no one else can do this job. This is exclusively for chartered accountants. That is why the papers are so tough that only those people who value this course, study hard, can clear this exams. Okay. So every person who is writing this exam cannot clear. There has to be a lot of hard work that you have to put. That is why they make all these things like minimum 40 marks in every paper, minimum 50 overall aggregate 50, 3 years of practical training of architecture. You have to do all this, you have to undergo all this. Only then you will be getting those benefits. Exclusive benefit of auditing is given only to a chartered accountant in India.
Outcome results is very low.
And that is why the papers are very tough. Everyone won't be putting so much of hard work. That is why only so less people clear these exams. Okay. So every person would not know that the difficulty of the papers. They wouldn't assume that it is so difficult. That is why they fail to clear. That's the reason.
Can I know the mistake of students?
Yeah, that is what not putting in so much of hard work. You have to study for 12 to 14 hours a day during your exam week. Okay, you have to be updated. The syllabus is at least 10 times more than that of BCom. Okay, whatever the syllabus is in BCom, it is 10 times more than that. Okay, every day you have to pay 100% attention when you are attending classes. You have to finish the subjects then and there itself. During this study leave, you have to keep revising many times, write the mock test, then be 100% prepared and then go write the exams. Okay. Not everyone will take attempts. There are few people who will clear all the papers in first attempt also. It is quite possible. You cannot say that like everyone will fail. You can be among the 10% if you put in a lot of hard work. Anyone else? Yeah.
Sir, does the number of attempts matter, sir?
No. I took C. I openly tell you in senior final I took cleared one group in first attempt. For the other papers I took a couple of attempts. So that will definitely not matter. Okay. So some companies may say that they will hire CS only that in first attempt. But there is adequate demand for chartered accountants. So once you are clear as a chartered accountant, you are a chartered accountant. Irrespective of number of attempts, you will be getting good exposure and good salary package.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shall we wind up? You have some questions?
And if you have any other question, my number is there. You can just text me. I'll be busy in other work. So whenever I get free, I'll be replying to you. Okay? Yeah. Thank you all for the cooperation.
Thank you, sir, for the informative speech. It was inspiring to us. Now I call upon Vidyashri A of Class 2D to propose a word of thanks. Good morning. I read with a great honor and privilege to propose the oath of thanks on this memorable occasion. It's been such an honor to be a part of this wonderful event. First and foremost, I, on behalf of MA and BO Shastri College, to thank the Chief Guest, CA Pramod S. Vaidya sir, for kindly accepting our invitation to despite his busy schedule, has found time to grace this occasion and giving an informative and inspiring speech. A heartfelt thank you, sir. I request the principal ma'am to present the total position of the special principal ma'am is there.
Thank you. And should I call your children today? Happy Children's Day. I request all of you to please come on to the dais quickly. And I request Pramod sir to please be with us for a photograph. Kindly